You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Pretty good.
That's not, I didn't mean to press that.
Welcome back to It Takes All Kinds Podcast, your favorite hour-long show.
Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly 1 hour.
Why is everyone always so quiet?
Yeah, and I don't mind having a dick up my ass.
What's up? Are you gonna intro it?
Oh, hey everybody.
Gavin's been doing his own podcast for the past
I've been doing it in my head.
hour. Oh, nice. Well, what part are we at in the show?
Towards the end. We got to go.
All right, folks. Sorry, we're going to have to wrap it up.
Well,
The vultures are waiting to pick your bones.
Well, this is the It Takes All Kinds episode 111.
111.
This is April 18th. You'll be hearing this on April 21.
Don't sound too excited. It's tax day, dude. Come on, wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee. Think of all the IRS agents that are out there suffering as this thing just falls apart and I just take it apart. Okay?
About time it falls apart.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You've been playing with it too damn much. You've been playing with it.
I like playing with it. I like playing. And I'm going to tell you what else I like, Gavin. I also would really like to talk to you about Coachella, if you don't mind. I know you went, so you can tell us all about how Coachella was and how your experience was out in the desert for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we have I don't want to blow our load too soon, but we have a Gavin's Techno World coming up.
Yeah, this is just
on
really
today's show?
gross. I mean,
It's a big one, I heard.
huge. I had to find the file for that.
Well, you can do that. Because that's what we have going on in the Next Door Drama. What you're listening to this week? Almost forgot the name of it. That's what's going on, folks. This week we got another hour-long show coming right at you. Because guess what, chaboy, I'm gonna speak for myself here. I'm still busy. I still have not had a week where I've not been like, wow, fuck, I want to fuck off and take a break. I'm still in that zone. I'm hoping this is the last like crazy week for a while because it seems like it's just been like every single week is been kind of nutty.
Okay.
I
found it.
Has been kind of nutty. And I'm ready to keep working, but I need to chill. I need it to chill a little bit. It's just a little bit too much right now, which is fine. I'm just still trying to figure out everything going on. And speaking of, I actually mentioned on last week's episode that this Office Hours Plus edit was coming out, and it did not. It did not yet. It should be coming out this week, but I'm not going to promise anything. That's why you always talk about stuff after it happens, which was no big deal. It's just we weren't ready for it. We were too much going on with if you didn't hear somehow, there was a big change with Office Hours. We moved channels. Like I said, we're not Nepo babies anymore. On Tim's channel, we've moved to our own channel. And so we're just taking time with that before we do this Office Hours Plus announcement, which might be happening this week. I don't know. But anyways, that's one of the things that I've been cranking away at recently.
I'll say.
It's coming along nicely. I think we're almost there.
You've been cranking it along and it's coming out nicely.
You know it, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. But that's why we need to keep this episode to an hour again, because I literally, as soon as we're done, I need to get another cut prepped and ready and sent out, which I should have done earlier, but I was editing other stuff and working on other stuff. It's crazy, man. Life is crazy, Gavin, but I'm happy to be living it. Not a complaint in the world for any of it. I'm just thankful, but it does become stressful. It becomes stressful to be so thankful. I don't know if you know what that's like. I know your life sucks. So there's some reminders coming in.
See, it's crazy because
we're gonna check on those later.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, man? How are you doing? I see nothing in here
Yeah, I
for
have-
what we got to catch up on.
Really nothing new. Went to a Cardinal game on
All right,
Friday.
well, that's enough from I'm just kidding.
Went to a Cardinal game on Friday. Thursday,
Go
they were
Cardinals.
not playing the Mets.
No,
they
go
were
Cardinals.
playing the Pirates.
I thought I was wearing my Cardinals hat.
Oh shit! Dude, you're not wearing the right
Oh.
one.
Too busy.
Saw our school. I'm not gonna sound excited because I have like I have like a little sore in the back of my throat, so I can't.
Gavin's
it
tongue
hurts.
is raw.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I don't know what's going on. I think I just had too much sugar. Speaking of-
ooh, some sweetness. Yeah, that'll help us sore. You think you might have an ulcer? I had an ulcer once.
It
kinda
might be,
comes
but I
back.
feel like I just talk a lot too. So it's like I had it during legislation day a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Because I talk so much all fucking day. But anyway, so went to see the school play on Thursday.
That you were not in.
That was not in. Young Frankenstein.
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
been a great one too.
Yeah.
For you to be in.
Yeah, it was long. There's the movie is usually like an hour and a half, I think,
yeah.
around there. This
Usually.
the yeah, usually. I mean, it depends on like the cut,
Sure, of course.
remastered or not, if you whether or not you watch it. But the musical was like 2.5 hours, and I had my parents there on Thursday.
Whew.
So I like, and it started at 7:30, so it was like 10 o'clock whenever we got out.
Man,
So I was like itching to leave.
that's how I feel during most plays. or
Yeah, but it
musicals.
was like during the second half. I know, and I've already talked to some of the players, but
Yeah.
it was like,
It's no offense.
yeah, no offense, it was just long,
Yeah.
and they know that because anytime a plot point would happen, they would sing about it,
Well, they know that because they're in it.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they also know it because like they've seen the movie, and the movie's short and calm, cool, and collected. But then you get into the musical, and it's like musical numbers at every scene. Basically.
Yeah. Was there any musical numbers in the
No.
movie? Okay, I didn't think so. I couldn't really tell you if there was or not, so that's why I had to think.
Yeah.
I love that everybody loves Ray's
Yeah.
father-in-law or father is Frankenstein,
Oh yeah, yeah,
which was
Yeah.
such a weird
Yeah.
thing for me to
yeah.
see.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
So weird because I
Um,
grew up on that. Everybody loves Raymond.
right.
I did,
And Frasier.
and Frasier, and Friends, kinda. Days of Our Lives, but I never watched it because usually my mom would watch it before she would come pick us up from school. But anyways, enough about me.
So then Friday went to the baseball game. Cardinals won.
Nice.
They haven't won. I think they've won one game since. They're not very good this year.
Yeah, we're kind
Um,
of sucking dust at the moment.
yeah.
seems like from what I've kept up on.
Yeah. So
Did you mean to open that door?
yeah, I did. Saturday, I had the day open. I was just like, I'm not gonna do anything.
Nice.
Like usually I plan out my weekends where I'm like,
right.
I have something to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Usually just in my head, but Saturday I had it open, and like I had a little nugget in my head.
You had to open. Is that what you said?
I had it open.
Had it open.
Yes.
Okay.
Like schedule. I didn't have
Okay.
anything scheduled. There was nothing on.
That's
my
what I heard
plan.
the first time, and then I heard you say I had to open.
No, I had nothing to do that day.
You had your day open.
Yes. And so I already had this nugget in my head that I didn't want my iPad anymore.
Right.
It wasn't doing anything.
Oh, right. That is big news.
It wasn't doing much for me, and like I don't take notes fast at all. Like I am not a fast writer. Anyone who is trying to wait on me to write something, I'm not a fast writer. I've never been. I remember in 8th grade we had to do writing tests, and they would time us how much we had to write in that amount of time. At least my English teacher did, Mr. Langer.
I think I might have too.
But he would time us for like to see how much we would write, and I was always the slowest in the class every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it still is that way. I was writing a note to one of the senators or one of the representatives at Legislative Day, and I swear to God, it felt like everybody was looking at me because I was like.
Well, yeah, I heard the bus was trying to leave.
Yeah.
And you were still writing.
But anyway, so it was also just basically a bigger iPhone to me. I didn't do anything different than what was on my iPhone, and like, okay, neat, I guess. But like, I would watch videos on there. And, like, it was basically just a bigger iPhone, and it was like, no point. And also, it was just difficult because it doesn't have a file system. It has like a cloud file system technically, and like you can go into it or whatever. But like it was so hard to like import something into an app. It was just
Right.
hell on earth to do, and I needed to do that all the time. So I turned it in and traded it in for a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air M2.
And here it is.
So
right in front of you. Yeah, I didn't even think about talking about that because Gavin called me and it just rattled my ear off for hours telling me about it. And I was like, dude, I got the better version of what you just got. So I don't give a fuck. No, but I'm happy for you because I know this has been a long time coming.
Yeah. And I feel like a hypocrite because I told my sister that she doesn't need one. But like, whenever she was like looking to buy like a laptop for school, I was like, you don't need that because like there's.
Did you tell her to get an iPad?
No, I told her to get like a Windows laptop because it's like most IT departments at colleges have that, so it's like it's a good starting point, and also like a lot of online stuff already works on there. Like there's apps that like automatically.
You don't need a MacBook.
Yeah, you don't need a MacBook, but it's like I bought it because I turned it in to the Apple Store. I already had an Apple product, so I had that already. So I used it towards credit towards it. Yeah, I wanted one. I wasn't gonna buy it separately. I was like, I'm gonna turn in one or the other. So and I've been using it as much, if not more, than my iPad already. So like, because it just has, in my opinion, better functionality. It's anyway. So
I could have told you that.
We can add that. We can talk about. We can just add that to Gavin's Techno World. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Really, kind of just chilling right now. I know it's like a false sense of chilling right now because I have like an 8 to 10 page research paper I'm supposed to be writing due by like May 1st or something like that. So I do have to do that at some point, but again, I can put it off. But you know,
who cares?
It's possible for me to write like a 2 to 3 page essay in like a night, but 8 to 10 I can't.
8 to 10 is crazy.
Yeah, I'm doing it on like the Kellogg's guy, and I'll talk about that. I won't read my paper, but the guy who created Kellogg's was a fucking insane person.
I love that.
It's in like, and I do have to connect it to like a health disparity, or maybe perhaps why he was so like health oriented. I could probably angle the paper that way. But also another thing that happened was that our school internet went out, our entire school internet, including the library websites, the library resources, the school Wi-Fi, the guest Wi-Fi, our class sign up for classes, and to get into our classes where we have all of our files. We're all down. Couldn't access any of it.
When is this?
Thursday, mostly, but it has since affected us till now, basically.
Right. How long was it out for?
Till today.
What?
Basically, yeah.
Holy shit.
So we.
What happened? Like a security breach?
So, let me pull up my email.
Damn.
So we can keep adding this to Gavin's Techno World. So basically, he's according to the tech guy, he said on Thursday morning the hardware, which were 4 pieces that run most of the university services and applications, had an operating failure. While we do build redundancy into this hardware to handle one hardware failure, we experienced 3. This equipment is at end of life, EOL, and outside support. We have had replacement hardware on order since before the Thursday issue in anticipation of the EOL status, the end of life status. But supply chain has kept that from arriving in a timely manner. After identifying the failures, we enacted our disaster recovery plan that includes priorities and processes for recovering down university systems. Jesus. Fortunately, following those plans and using one of the several backup points, we were able to restore services to campus. I will note this restoration process is not instantaneous and does take time to restore hundreds of gigabytes of data for numerous applications and services, so thank you for being patient. The plan and process has worked as intended, and I know any interruption can be a major inconvenience. We were also able to restore functionality to the failed hardware today and continue to migrate services to the cloud, so we are no longer dependent on hardware here on campus. So they were running the website, I think, off of an on-campus thing.
Right.
So
and when are they having the candlelight vigil for the hardware?
I don't know.
End of life.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, terrible. So that happened, and so on Thursday, I took a on-paper quiz for the first time in probably 3 years.
Really?
4 years, probably 3 years.
Damn.
Because we used to take our chemistry exams, so 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. Yeah, like sophomore year.
Wow.
But we did take pharmacy calculations on paper. So maybe it was just a year and a half, but it was still like, still felt like so long because COVID was like, oh, I can't have paper.
Right.
They were like, hey, COVID's gonna be on paper.
It's true. That Kellogg's guy, the Pfizer guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So That happened, and it's a real pisser because basically all weekend we couldn't do anything. So that was another
Right.
reason why I was like, I don't have anything to do
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
because I couldn't access any of our classes. We hadn't even had like a
Right.
login.
But
point.
you have internet at your apartment.
correct, but
Right.
the website was straight up just down. So
No homework.
basically,
That's what I would have done. I would
we
have been like,
we didn't do home. I didn't do shit, but besides get a laptop, I
I
guess.
didn't do
But
shit. That's good, man. I
yeah,
like
so
this.
that's what I did.
Nice. You didn't do shit.
Yeah, stayed up late all nights, of course.
Oh, duh. I mean, it's pretty difficult.
No
for you.
work, no nothing.
No work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. But you know what makes Jack a happy boy? One thing I forgot to mention we're doing, and we're just gonna fucking fuck it right now. We're gonna do it right now. Is we have a taste test. I don't think I mentioned that we have a taste test, did I? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
And boy, oh boy, howdy, this has been a long time coming, literally and as a joke, because this has been out for quite some time. And I've seen it for quite some time, never bought it, and then Gavin said we should try it. And then I started looking for it, and I couldn't find it for a month until now. And you already can guess what it is. It is Logan Paul, one of the Paul brothers. I think it's Logan. Their
Jesse Paul?
sport drink Prime. Now, Prime has taken the world by storm in many ways. It's now the UFC official sponsored drink. Did you know that?
No.
That is true. And
I know it has coconut in it.
it does have 100% coconut. Oh, it's 110% coconut
It's
water.
110% coconut water.
I don't know how they did that.
It's incredible. Incredible work they do over here.
But I've been excited to try it. I just never bought it. And then Gavin's like, we should try it. And then I was like, fuck yeah. So Gavin,
He said, fuck you. I don't want to buy it.
I'm going to give you the choice of either you can take the red pill or the blue pill. Unless you want to try them both, then we can go get cups. Wait, look to the camera. Hold your hands out and look to the camera. Actually, yeah, maybe do what you're just doing and look to the camera. Okay, we got the thumbnail.
Okay, there we go.
You want blue,
I'm a blue.
raspberry, or
I'm a
okay,
blue.
good,
I'm a blue
because
guy.
I was gonna give you blue either
I'm
way.
a blue guy.
He's a blue guy. He loves the
I
blue
mean, this
flavor.
laptop is midnight blue, so
It looks black to me.
it looks
but
black, and it looked black in store. And then I got it in my room, and I'm like, this is blue.
You got it under some good lighting.
Yeah, I guess natural lighting, but
So we got 250 milligrams of BCAAs. We got B vitamins. We got antioxidants. And we got 834 milligrams of electrolytes. I always try to leave out the C in that word and say electrolytes all the time.
they're real. We're learning about them in nephrology as of right now.
Is that... Oh. Ooh, it smells wonderful.
I love it. All right, let's try it.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Careful.
Cheers! Pretty full.
Mhm.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Me likey. Ooh, me likey.
I'm meat, daddy likey.
I don't mind this at all. Only 25 calories? That's pretty low.
This is not a pre-workout, by the way. This is like a recovery.
This is a post-workout.
Yeah, this is post-workout, by the way.
But
You can drink it before, but this is nowhere near as much like sugar or caffeine that you would want as a pre-workout. For the record.
I'll have you know, Gavin,
What's that?
they have a Prime energy drink out now. So I don't have any paper towels in here. You can go grab some if you need to. They have a Prime energy drink out now, which I have been seeing and almost bought, but I was like, nah, we got to get this.
And you also don't want to be on
You don't want to be bad.
and you don't want me bouncing off of the walls.
Well, that's what I thought too. I was like, Gavin doesn't drink energy drinks, so giving him one at 9 o'clock at night might not be the best idea, unless he's got nothing going on. Because I got to take that. Oh, I thought my phone was ringing, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm into this. I don't think there's not much sugar. There's zero added sugar. Total
Really?
sugar
This
one. There's
tastes-
no added. I know it tastes like sugar.
Tastes like pure sugar.
It's that. Yeah, there's no added sugar. Total sugar 1 gram includes 0 grams added sugar. 6 grams carbohydrates. Only 10 milligrams of sodium. Wow.
This is not gonna make you pee.
This is not Gatorade.
It's not. No, honestly, it's not Gatorade,
Gatorade is sugar and salt.
which makes you pee.
Can you prove that?
Yeah. As
Interesting. Sorry, I just can't.
as a
Can't
as
get
a
over
health as a future health professional,
Oh, here we go.
I would almost recommend this over the Gatorade. This tastes very similar to the Gatorade like new electrolyte thing that they have.
Have you had that?
Yeah, they have it at the hospital. Not as a drug. They have it like
Is that to get over your?
it's really
hangovers?
honestly just to keep me energized throughout the day because I know that like I don't get the correct amount of vitamins and then I'm back in the IV room under artificial lighting all day, like probably 8 hours a day. So I'm like, I should probably get maybe some vitamins, but it's like the Gatorade electrolyte stuff. There's a Jason Tatum commercial about it.
And it looks like Pedialyte.
Yeah. It's boxed exactly like Pedialyte, and Pedialyte now has restoration stuff.
Right.
And there's also, I forgot what it's called, but there's this thing that's like rehydrating water or something like that, and it's like super water. It like it gets you over your hangover really fast. Basically, it's like a hangover cure.
Yeah, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
But it also contains a lot of electrolytes because your body loses a lot of electrolytes if you puke or if you diarrhea or like something like that. Like you're losing a lot. So
I was trying to figure out how many electrolytes are in Gatorade, but I'm not getting an exact number. I'm getting that there's 5 electrolytes, 490 to like 600 milligrams of sodium, 300 milligrams of potassium.
Did that make you look up at the corner?
No, but it made me laugh because I knew it was you. So why does it say there's 800 milligrams of electrolytes?
Probably because there's like
It's
whatever
still a
amount of
mix.
potassium, whatever amount of magnesium, whatever amount of phosphate.
But only
whatever.
10 milligrams of sodium.
That's
Whereas
really-
Gatorade has like
and it's mostly added sugar.
500 to 600 milligrams in like a bottle.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Drink Prime.
think
We're
about that next
sponsored.
time you buy it.
We're sponsored by Prime.
I am
And I
curious-
care about stuff like that too. Like, I'm glad you brought that up because like,
I am
obviously
cu-
it tastes great, but like
Yeah,
I
no,
care
this tastes
about
exactly
it
like
actually doing what Gatorade should.
Yeah. No,
Instead
this
of being
would.
like a drink that I just drink
Believe it or
whatever.
not, I mean, believe it or not, but this is what seems to be a better version of Gatorade.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
You said believe it or not.
Ripley's believe
No,
it or not.
I agree. And actually, I've been much like
You've been
yourself.
down on your luck really bad.
No,
really
I-
bad recently.
Well, now that you mention it. No, I've been recently drinking electrolytes after I go play disc golf because, I mean, soon it's going to get really hot out and I'll be sweating more, but I'm always just gassed after I play a round of 18.
That's why whenever I would go play basketball, I'd come to like QT
Right.
and get Mountain Dew.
Do you have electrolytes? in it?
No, it just felt the most rehydrating to me.
Well, you get your sugars back and some sodium,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do that because what I've been noticing is like I get done playing a round of 18 and I'm gassed and pretty tired, but then I come home and I shower and I'm just like,
Tired.
yeah, I'm just like, like I could have done it in the morning. The rest of my day is fucked because I'm so tired.
Yeah,
but with
okay,
drinking
so-
the electrolytes, I'm like, I feel good. Like I could go do whatever for the rest of the day.
Right. So the Gatorade one has 490 milligrams of sodium, which it says is scientifically formulated for rapid rehydration. Which, yes, sure, but because sodium or water follows sodium, so if you're
Yeah.
drinking sodium, your body's going to keep it in more.
Right. And you lose sodium when you sweat.
Right.
But you also lose water
Yeah.
too. So
It's up to you,
yeah,
but this does taste like that Gator Light or whatever it's called.
I'll have to try.
This
it.
tastes exactly like it, especially
try
the white cherry. This blueberry. or
Well, they have a
whatever
white
this is.
cherry Gatorade Light.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not the white. It's not the red one though. It's not like the watermelon kiwi one. It's white.
Yeah, white cherry. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Gatorade flavor.
Whenever I saw it,
green apple is.
what is it
They
actually?
used to have a melon flavor that was.
I'm sorry. It says it's cherry lime. This tastes like the cherry lime one.
Oh, can I give yours a smell?
Yeah.
I don't have to taste it, but I just want to smell it. Oh, can I taste it? Actually, that smells really
Yeah,
good.
it does taste really good. I like it.
Tastes different than it smells, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah. What's this
You're
one?
more than welcome to.
What is this?
I hope I don't get whatever mouth cancer you have.
It smells like that.
Doesn't taste like that though.
Nah, I don't want to.
I don't want your mouth cancer. I don't want your ass cancer anyways. Yeah, this is good, man. I'm really glad we tried it actually. At first I was like, this is just gonna be a joke, but now I'm like, this is really fucking good actually. So go drink Prime. Go drink Prime and then you can fight Jorge Masvidal.
It's
Who
got
actually just
700
retired.
milligrams of potassium. So there's that.
That's good. Potassium's good. Unless you're diabetic or
Magnesium,
Like liver
124
problems.
milligrams. That's good.
that's good. Sodium's low, which is good. That's good because then you're just like
It's less.
you're like
Yeah, and it's
I'm
also
rehydrated, but I'm dehydrated.
it's less hard on your kidneys. Let me put it that way.
Right, exactly. That's very true, Gavin.
Fun stuff.
Let's talk. You want to actually? You know, you've been bringing it up so goddamn much. Why don't we hop into your little techno land?
I'm gonna blast it, by the way.
All right. He wasn't lying.
God is dead.
All right, so
It was the remix.
this I saw on Twitter, and I think it's an interesting weird way to market movement and like exercise. I mean, I get it because I mean the makers of this app used to make a move like a weird way of making people get up and move. But so this is from TechCrunch.com. Follow them on Twitter.
Heard of it?
Yeah. Marvel's new fitness app, Marvel Move, brings your superheroes to your workout routine.
Okay.
So, this is by Lauren Forstall.
This sounds like something I would love.
If you've ever wanted to listen to Hulk yelling into your earphones while you run, here's your chance.
Yeah.
Today, Marvel announced its new mobile fitness app, Marvel Move, featuring immersive audio-based running routines with popular Marvel Comics characters. Marvel Move is part of a collaboration with Six to Start, co-creator of popular fitness app Zombies Run, which is I think it had like the most popularity around like The Walking Dead, but basically it's like there's like a horde of zombies following you theoretically on this app, and you have to run a certain amount per day to get away from them.
Oh, so it's like a
It's like a running app.
Yeah.
Basically. It's
But
like a
it's
running
like a
partner.
game.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
game. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of, I mean, I think honestly most of all this started because of Pokemon Go.
Mhm.
Like that's where like the huge boom went because they're like, oh, everybody's
Right.
going outside now. So
Right,
then they
right.
came up with all these games that come up with it. But
Smart.
I think this is an interesting way, but I wanted to go through some of them because they're kind of goofy.
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
Because to me, you know, after I've seen, you know, maybe 10 or 12 Marvel movies or whatever in the last 10 years, 15 years even.
Congrats, by the way.
2008. Yeah, 15 years.
You don't think you have strep, do you? I just thought about
No.
that. Okay.
No, it's not strep. No. It's on my tongue. Like I feel it on my tongue. That is it. Nowhere else. My
Herpes?
throat is not sore. It is just
Okay.
in the back of my tongue.
That's fine.
And
That's
I
fine.
had it a couple weeks ago.
Just thought I should.
I might be herpes.
Well, that's fine.
All right.
I'll take that from you any day. Can herpes be on your tongue?
No, I don't know.
I thought it's only on your lips.
Well, to get a cold sore. You know.
Not that I would know, but
Yeah. Anyway, so the app Marvel Move is part of a collaboration with Six to Start, co-creator of popular fitness app Zombies Run, where users are the main character of an apocalyptic drama running away from mobs of zombies. That app currently has more than 10 million players worldwide, according to Six to Start. Marvel's fitness app works in a similar way, yet this time there will be 5 ongoing storylines for users to choose from. Thor and Loki, which is Asgard 5K training. Guided by Thor and Loki, users get 24 fully voiced workouts over 8 weeks. The program is expert designed to train you for a full 5K, which is 3.1 miles.
wow. So Thor and Loki train you to run
A 5K.
a 5K.
It's like the Couch to 5K program that we did freshman year of high school.
Thor and Loki to 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing that, and then I remember having to stay after to redo the mile because I couldn't run a mile in under 10 minutes.
You were
But
not.
there was nothing wrong with the physical education system in our school or anything.
No,
It
it
wasn't.
was only a year.
It wasn't geared towards people who were athletic. Just saying.
It wasn't.
I'm
It wasn't a health and wellness class. It was a physical education class. You had to be physical to get that education.
Actually, my mom told me I'm athletic in my own way.
My mom told me I'm special. So the
You're
other
talking
one,
about big bone. I can't run with these big bones.
they're too heavy.
I go to the teacher and I'm like, I can't run with these
got
big
big
bones.
bones.
These bones are too big to run in.
So the next one is X-Men: Age of Orcus.
Ooh.
Listeners are recruited to work alongside the X-Men in Krakoa, where they must take down mutant kind. The audio story features characters like Wolverine, Storm, Jean Grey, and more. The Hulkville,
Isn't Jean Grey
run
dead?
from the authorities with Bruce and Betty Banner, who are trying to hide Hulk from the world.
Bruce and Betty Banner. No way.
Yeah,
They're trying to hide the Hulk.
yeah.
Yeah!
There you go.
Oh my God!
Daredevil terminal degree. As new students at a prestigious law school, listeners meet Daredevil and help him bring down a dangerous criminal underworld.
Listen to that!
That doesn't really tell you much about what that program is.
Not really.
Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch in Dreams, an audio tour guide with Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, where you need to help escape a place you've never visited.
And they're hiding the Hulk in a closet the whole time.
And then the next one is Deadpool, chopping off your limbs and growing them back. Fully voiced audio tour guide with Ryan Reynolds, who voices Deadpool.
Heard of him?
Where he where he instructs you to chop your limbs off, and
Oh.
he shows you how to grow them back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think that one I could get into.
yeah.
That would help the
So
couch
anyway,
to
so
5K.
Marvel and Six to Start claim that the workouts are for users of all abilities. So you can choose to walk, jog, or run or track your activity while in a wheelchair. Marvel Move allows users to have complete control over the time and distance of their runs, with the ability to intensify or slow down their workout. Marvel Move is set to launch in the summer on iOS and Android devices and will be available through Six to Start's forthcoming ZRX app and will cost $75 per year. Wow. For comparison, Zombies Run currently costs $39 or $40 per year. However, if users sign up for Marvel Move Founders Club for $99, they get a 2-year subscription to Marvel Move, 1 free month of Zombies Run, a free trial for Marvel Unlimited comic subscription service, and invitations to private Q&A live streams.
Interesting.
So, then there's a quote from the
What was the one that you said that was before Deadpool, Daredevil, whichever?
Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
there was another one after that.
No, it's Deadpool.
Yeah, do the Deadpool one.
Yeah.
No, I was just I just thought I heard something else, but yeah, no, you're right. I'm just looking at the
article.
Yeah, I see the Deadpool one right here.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
great.
right in between Daredevil, Terminal Degree, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I just thought there was one after that I was like I thought I missed.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure. That's why I was checking in.
No, it's there.
Well, I can't wait to buy this app. You said it was $75?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's honestly.
I'm paying for Twitter Blue, so I'm paying for Twitter Blue, but I turned the verification off.
I
don't want people to know.
Not gonna lie, I think I ran into that for the first time today.
What do you mean?
Where possibly someone turned off, unless it's
yeah?
possible that someone gets longer tweets without paying for it.
Or you think that's what happened? I thought you were following someone who was verified and then they weren't. By the way, I have not. I don't think my Twitter really hasn't changed much because I don't think I've updated the app in a really long time.
Yeah, no, it does not change if you don't update it.
Yeah, it has not changed at all.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's still 260 characters, or whatever it was.
Because also people's headers won't show up at all.
That's just part of the fun.
It's because so the reason why is because I've been on my dad.
dick recently.
I've just been sitting on it and it hurts. I've been on my dad's Apple
Family plan
account
Uh-huh.
for years and years and years without knowing and without him knowing because I love my dad, but he's a dunce to technology like that.
So you manipulate your father.
I was hoping I could make you spit up by saying that.
No.
Um
No, you can't get me because I do the same thing to all my siblings.
well, I kind of
I don't. By the way,
you don't what? I was
manipulate
thinking
them into.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think of what's the word when you take advantage of someone who's old and senile.
I don't know. I can't think of the word.
Shit, Gavin just took a hit of the blunt. 420's coming up.
What's the name? Word for when you take
Take advantage
advantage
of someone who's old. I don't know. That's probably the simplest way to say it. I was trying to say that word.
Exploitation.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's another word I'm missing. It might be slang.
The term exploitation refers to the act or process of taking advantage of an elderly person by another person or caregiver, whether for
It
monetary.
doesn't have to be elderly, though.
No, it doesn't.
It
But
can
that's
be anybody.
according to DepartmentOfJustice.gov. It's under elder abuse and elder financial exploitation statutes.
Well, my dad's not an elder, yeah, but I do abuse him. Just kidding. But anyways, I've been on
just
his...
called elder abuse.
Oh, yeah. So I've been elderly abusing my dad.
There you go.
Recently. No, so I've been on his plan, or on his, like...
Been on his ass.
I've been on his Apple
Been on
ID.
his ass.
I've been on his Apple.
Hold your tongue and say apple.
Asshole.
There you
Asshole.
go. Yeah, there you go.
Let me do it. Asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're right.
That's crazy.
So I've been on his asshole ID for for like ever, for years and years, because I didn't know you could have your own Apple ID under like your
a
family plan.
You didn't
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that until like
Maybe
a couple years
you're
ago.
the dunce.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a dunce because my dad's a dunce, and where do you learn everything from? Me and teachers don't do a goddamn thing. Everybody's got Chat GPS on their phone, and they can write a paper in 5 seconds. School system is pointless. And so I finally moved it over not too long ago.
You know,
and
can I actually wrap
I'd
up
like
my
to finish-
techno sense?
I'm trying to finish my simple.
Sorry.
It would be a simple thought if I could just get it out.
Yeah, get it out. Go.
I'm trying to, but
Go.
I keep getting interrupted. And I finally... Jesus Christ. I finally got my own, and all of my apps were still on his Apple ID, and I don't know the password for it, so I have to delete each app and reinstall it
Under your
to
own.
update it. And some of the mainstays, like this is so loud. Some of the mainstays like Twitter and Instagram were probably on that and have not updated.
Wow, I did not know that was on the soundboard. I'm so glad I found that just then.
You may continue.
So I'm gonna wrap up. So anyway, this app, you know, I will say it's a weird thing is that slowly more and more technology has become like fitness based too, which you know for
Which
good
is good,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I'm just saying that
Don't
like,
be like Wall-E.
my bones are deteriorating inside my skin, type stuff.
Remember that scene where Wall-E says that?
Yeah, I can't feel my bones.
I wonder if Wall-E's related to R2-D2. Go on. It's so loud, and I'm trying to turn up mine, and then you just keep getting louder and louder. Well, it's interesting, Gavin. I'm glad we could learn about the Marvel money game.
Yep,
where you can play with your money and hit your friends
and kill your friends.
Kill your friends.
Yeah. Never mind. I wanted to talk about something else, but I forgot about that.
What? Did you want to talk about something?
No.
Okay.
I got.
If you want to.
Let me research this real quick.
Okay. Well, why don't I talk about
Yes,
Coachella
go.
and then you can figure that out, and then
Go
we can
for it.
move to that. So Coachella happened. Gavin, I know you went to Coachella and you had a great time out in the desert. And you can talk about all your whole experience of being in Coachella once you're done doing your research, doing your
I
job.
found it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, how was Coachella? I heard you went.
Yeah, man, it was fucking sick. You know, like how I said I had all these plans that happened over the weekend. Forget I did any of that. I was actually high.
I ignored you the whole time anyway.
Yeah. I was so high. I had done so many tabs of acid. It was crazy. I think I bought 5 pallets worth of Prime this weekend because they just kept advertising it there. So I was like, I'm so thirsty. Give me more.
Well, I heard you met up with your friend Moonbeam and Stardust.
You're right.
Who were out there.
It was crazy because it had been years since I've seen Moonbeam or Stardust, and
Right.
it honestly was an absolute blast. I mean, We saw the biggest artists there. We had
Name them.
Kali Uchis.
Really?
Kali Uchis. I forgot. Is that how you pronounce her name? Kali Uchis.
I think so.
Who had Tyler the Creator come on.
Wow. Had him come on?
Yeah, had him come onto the stage.
You had him come on.
No, well, in my head, yeah, but
okay.
On the he came out onto the stage. He
Right,
sang "See You Again" with Kali Uchis.
Right. The Paul Walker song?
No.
The Paul Walt song?
No. 20 vision. Cupid hit me with precision.
Right,
Wonder if you look both
I know what you're
ways.
talking about,
Yeah,
man.
that song.
I heard that you guys, you caught a little bit of Paul Wall's set. Sitting sideways, boys in the vein.
Yeah, I saw Aaron Paul there too. Yeah, he was.
Was he there? Oh, because it was the desert. So
right? He loves it.
I heard they did a Breaking Bad reunion on stage 3.
Yeah, they ripped off Bruce Willis's pants, and he had underwear on. He had tidy
Bruce
whities
Willis?
on. He had tidy whities on.
I think that might actually be elder abuse,
Well, at this point, yes, for him,
or
yes.
some sort of abuse that
It would be elder abuse. For him.
would be a word that I don't want to say.
Yeah.
It probably isn't a word. I can probably say it. Just kidding, Gavin. You can go to Coachella.
So, and then this ad kept playing too.
Are we talking about Coachella? Chicken. Well, I heard that there was somebody that was on stage, and they forgot to have like a sound engineer who was going to play all their music, like a DJ, and so they had to play all their songs off of Spotify, and they just kept getting ads. So that might have been why. I heard that's what Frank Ocean did.
Yeah,
just
actually, that was
played
something I
Spotify.
did want to talk about though.
I do want to talk about it too. So,
and I didn't. I didn't see. I tried going to the merch line. There was no Frank Orange mouse. He wasn't there. he wasn't there. There was no Frank Ocean mouse. There was not like I couldn't buy anything. I couldn't buy anything.
Frank Orange Mouse. Oh fuck!
I told you I got really high that weekend that I was at Coachella for sure.
Your brain is fried.
Yeah, totally.
You were there
fried.
for a week too.
Well, it felt like it.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was probably just a couple hours.
Right. So there's no Frank Orange Mouse that you could buy.
It was crazy.
That sucks.
Frank
man.
Ocean merchandise was what I was going to say. There was no
Right.
Frank Ocean merchandise.
So I don't. We'll build
So
up.
there's a lot to unpack with the French Paul stuff.
Thanks for the prime, French Paul.
Shout out French Paul.
Shout out French Paul from Ohio.
Yeah, RuPaul.
RuPaul's drag run.
Yeah,
Did you get it? I heard you got to see.
I got to see.
I heard you got to actually. You told me that Sunday night after Frank Water played.
Yeah,
That
Frank
you went-
Seawater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You went out Moonbeam.
Moonbeam and
Stardust.
Stardust. Yeah.
Her boyfriend. What was their name? Trenton.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend, Moonbeam's boyfriend Trenton, had a really nice, like, souped-up BMW, and I heard you guys actually did a RuPaul drag race in the streets of L.A.
That's right.
after Frank Orange's mouse.
That's right. That
Right.
happened. That happened.
I
that
think I'm
night,
getting
and
like secondhand high.
I was texting you during all of this, and
Oh man, I was just scrolling. And
you ever
scrolling.
played GTA before? It looked a lot like GTA over in
dabbled.
LA. It looked a lot like that.
I've dabbled.
Coachella happened on the Los Santos Rock Radio.
That's where it live streamed. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Did you have to pay for the live stream? I was there, so I wouldn't know.
No, so actually, speaking of the live stream, before we talk about Frank's orange mouse, I'm not gonna move past that. Speaking of the live stream, I'll be honest, I didn't really give a green fuck about any.
I didn't know it was
musician.
happening. I didn't know it was happening this year. No, I didn't know.
You were there too. which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Coincidence, I swear to God.
It was the same thing with Coachella. Was a lot like Easter this year. I forgot
yeah,
about it
for
until
complete-
it came up.
No, honestly, I thought it was way later in the year, but I think that's
Yeah.
Burning Man I'm thinking of.
Probably.
Because I saw the headline.
They
I saw like
they
the,
should probably rename it to Burning Day.
yeah. I mean, really, if you think about it.
I'm sure there were musicians. I'm just joking whenever I say I don't give a green fuck about any musicians that play, because I'm sure I did. But what I didn't know was going to happen, and what I was excited about, especially when I found out they were live streaming everything, was that Knocked Loose,
Oh
a
yeah.
hardcore band, was playing Coachella, which is
Somehow
like
I knew
so
that, but
weird. Well, because like I think Rolling Stone posted something like Knocked Loose is going to be the scary band at Coachella this year.
Yeah.
There's always at least one, and they were, and so I was excited that they're playing it, and then like Sunday, which is when they played, day of,
Yeah.
I found out that all of the stages were live streamed, and I was like, wow, what the fuck? I should have just been like streaming all of these just to have on in the background.
Right.
So I tuned in while I was cleaning my apartment and watched the full Knocked Loose set, which was crazy how quickly they changed over. Because they were like,
Well, I mean,
stand
think of
by
all the
while
artists
we,
they have to do.
right. Well, they're like, stand by while we change over. And I was like, oh, I can go fuck off and do stuff for like 15, half an hour or whatever. I came back in like 5 minutes to grab something, and they were like in the middle of their first song within the span of like 5 minutes of the last band. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And so,
All the stagehands. Think about it.
right, that's a lot of hands. You could burn all those men.
Think about all the little mice that run around there too.
Frank Maller's spouse.
Right.
And so I tuned in and I watched the whole thing, and it was amazing. And it was funny because like the crowd was very into it, but you could tell that it was like
Not
half
the same crowd.
Yeah, half Knocked Loose fans and half people that were just like
There for Coachella.
there to be rowdy and didn't know what
Coachella.
to do. They were there to Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella.
Coachella?
Coachella.
Coachella.
Right.
I heard you saw them live
Mhm.
too.
Brockhampton.
Right. Frank Orange and Mouse. And it was great. It was an awesome set. And they were I expected them to just be like,
All right, see you guys.
no, just to be there just to go on the stage and be like, fuck you, we're gonna, play our music and like you're gonna have to get into it. But they were like very like involving of the people who didn't know what was going on. They were like, if you don't know what moshing is, this is what you do. We're gonna do a circle pit. This is what you do if you don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was good because
that's
like
crazy.
I think I told you the last night.
Now, do you want all these?
Do you want the good news or bad news?
Well, yeah.
What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, I mean, well, my question is, do you want all of these, Coachella hippie nerds, whatever,
Like you.
like me? Do you want them in on your music and creating more?
Yeah, of
popular?
course.
You want it more popular? You want
Yeah.
more people with more opinions?
I'm not a gatekeeper, and there are gatekeepers in hardcore.
No,
which
that's
is
what I
fucking
mean.
stupid.
That's why I asked, because I
Right.
know there are.
No, I'm not at all, and that's why I was so happy that they were super involving, because like they were still doing their like normal shtick, but they were also being involving because like I think I told you the last time I saw Knocked Loose when they were headlining, they sold out Red Flag, which was crazy.
Which is a small venue too.
Right, but it's like big enough
Yeah.
that like selling it out is a big deal.
Right.
Like no offense to Neck Deep, but I don't think they sold it out. They were close,
Yeah.
and they're probably a bigger band than Knocked Loose is.
Yeah.
Or they are. I know they are.
Maybe not
'Cause they're
anymore
my
because they play
friends.
Coachella.
It could be. Neck Deep has not played Coachella
Head and head,
yet.
they're neck and neck, deep.
They're neck and knocked. So because like whenever I went and saw them, they were like, literally the guitar player Isaac does this at every show. He goes like at one point he stops. He's like, I want you to grab the person next to you and fucking push, like shove them, and he's like screaming that. And I don't know if he did that during the Coachella set, but like that's the kind of energy I was expecting.
Yeah.
But it was great, man. I think they opened with a new song. I haven't seen them say it anywhere, but like that during that whole song, I was like, I've heard every Knocked Loose song, and I don't know what this song is, but it's really, really good. So I'm assuming they opened with a new song because they didn't do their normal opener. But yeah, it was just awesome. And then later that night, I sent you a video that somebody posted from the crowd of Billie Eilish backstage jamming out to Knocked Loose, which is so fucking weird, but not surprising.
It
because
was a new song, by the way.
Oh, it was. Oh, cool. I wonder what. I didn't see any of them talk about it. Which wasn't super surprising that she was jamming out to it, because she recently posted, I saw an Instagram story with a Turnstile song playing in the background. So she gets it.
Yeah.
And that's why I love like I feel like a lot of people talk or not a lot of people. Some people talk shit on Turnstile and like the hardcore
Yeah,
community,
like
but like
bubblegum hardcore.
right, but they're like the gateway to hardcore, which
for
is why I
sure.
like them and why I'm
For sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Which is surprising they didn't play Coachella.
I
if they were
know a
asked.
couple of my friends went to go see mathcore band Covet this weekend.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that they were.
They
I mean,
played
that's a
Delmar
different
Hall.
tour. Hmm.
So yeah.
I know of them. I've listened to them a few times, but I don't. a few times, but I don't know much about them. I'm more of a. They're probably more math rock.
Right, yeah.
than core.
Sorry.
I am a gatekeeper of math, Corey. Just kidding. But that was awesome. So, anyways, later that night, Frank Orange Mouse
Frank
was
Ocean.
set to play, and it sounded like a shit show from what I've heard and what I've seen.
There was like no explanation. It was people were
No.
waiting at the stage for him to perform
Yeah.
for an hour.
Which is the thing. I don't think there's been any apology from him or anybody on his team.
No, but
Which
there
is
was something
super fucked up.
There was a pretty funny thing that okay, so TMZ, I think it was Stereo Gun posted this, so but TMZ had covered like why.
Okay.
They found the reason why, and it was allegedly because he was riding his bike around Coachella,
Right.
like the carnival grounds, I guess technically, you know.
Carnal grounds.
Yeah, and like he fell off his bike and hurt his ankle.
Sure.
And there was supposed to be, I guess, some sort of ice rink on the stage.
So I'm going to stop you real
Yeah.
quick. So I heard from somebody who went there,
Yeah.
nobody I know personally, that there was the main stage he was on, but this ice rink was apparently supposed to be on like a second stage that they set up Sunday morning to use just for his set.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that or not.
No, I did not, but I did.
But I just
hear
want to
about
say
the
that.
ice rink
Go
thing.
on with
So,
the rest of it.
I guess they had hired some hockey players or somebody. They had
Hockey
hired
players.
hockey players
Uh-huh.
to dance along to his music or to like they like
Right.
choreographed. They'd hired choreographers. They'd done everything for it. And I guess Sunday afternoon was like, I'm not putting on that. We're just gonna have a regular show.
Right.
So told them all we're not doing the show and gave them all cock rings.
Well, that was a joke. That's not actually what they gave them. That was a joke Stereogum said. He actually gave them like custom Prada stuff, apparently, which he was probably going to give to them anyways. But he also had them just like be background dancers on stage.
Yeah.
Which apparently was just like a bunch of people just like hanging out on stage.
I believe that.
And so, yeah, he did that. And then also
Cock rings. That's the crazy
cock
part.
ring. He does sell cock rings.
He does sell
That is
cock
true.
rings though. That was one weird thing. Not like weird, but it was something that I wasn't expecting. I mean, I don't know. In my head, I wasn't expecting Frank Ocean to sell cock rings on his website.
I'm
But-
not a big enough fan to tell you whether
Well, like, I was
expect
like,
that or not.
I like saw that and I'm like, huh, that is.
They're expensive too, I think. They're
Yeah.
like hundreds of dollars, not
Yeah.
thousands.
I was like, wow,
Hey,
really?
Hey, man.
Rubber band would do the
Rubber band's always done good for me.
double knot that shit.
Yeah, just double knot if it's, too skinny or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I
Happens to the best.
I have to use really big rubber
yeah,
bands.
huge. Like
Just
the
too
like the
wide.
male grade ones.
Yeah.
like thick.
I got nothing impressionable down there,
no.
but it's just really wide.
It's incredible. Incredible stuff.
It's really incredible, Frank Orange Mouse. And then just a couple hours before he was supposed to go live, before the hour and a half delay, which also did happen, he told, from what I heard, told the production people that we're not live streaming this. This is not live streaming.
Yeah, there was a lot that this was all happening like within an hour.
Right, and it was never explained
No,
because it could have.
It was
like,
there was never any public execution about this. There was no
Right.
public any knowledge.
there was
about
no
this.
public hanging or
Nothing.
execution or
Nothing.
anything. And like my assumption is because he couldn't put on the show he wanted to, and so he's like, I don't want to live stream it.
What's
but
the-
still,
what's the
it's
point?
like
yeah.
you need to come out and tell people that because people are pissed off at you
Right.
for not putting on a show that they've waited 6 years for
Yeah.
to happen.
'Cause it's been since Blonde came out that he's like
Yeah. And apparently he was also yelling at a sound engineer or yelling out sound engineer and video engineers like on stage like after every song, and
cool.
after every song I also heard that he was like he would perform some songs, but most of them he would just play or bring someone out to like play like DJ a song.
Yeah, or he just was listening to the song.
Yeah, just sitting on
With
stage
headphones
doing
on, yeah.
nothing. And it's just like it's so full of himself. I mean, I just have to be honest. Like I like Frank Ocean. Even if I was a fan, I would probably still be saying the same thing. It's just kind of fucked up to just like do that and be like whatever. And then like I
It's
heard
also
that,
like it's like Morrissey type like head.
Oh, yeah,
stuff. You know what
exactly.
I mean, like
It's just like
Morrissey will do that too, where he's like, "You guys aren't paying attention to me
right.
because you guys have your phones out. I'm leaving. Screw you guys.
Right. It's just like it's so full of yourself.
No
and-
refunds, by the way.
Right.
I'm not
And-
giving refunds.
Not
no,
today.
No refunds.
And then he apparently ended
Left
the
early,
show.
too?
Yeah, he ended the show by saying, because apparently there was a curfew. So he's like, okay, the curfew's now, so I'll see you guys later. And then people were like, oh, is that it? Is it over? Because obviously it started an hour and a half late. So it just sounded like a mess. Oh, and then like everybody was expecting merch, and then there was no merch. So like I don't even think there really was any preparation that went into this as much as people are saying there was. It was probably like his team that was like, hey,
it's going to be fucking huge.
Yeah, we
Like,
need
we're
to
gonna
figure
look- yeah.
something out. And then he was just a diva and showed up and was like, no, I'm not doing any of that.
That is
I don't even
also
wanna
very
do this.
possible.
Now, somebody brought up a good point that it's possible he could be going through something,
Yeah.
and that's causing this weird outburst.
Especially the thing that kind of like ticked me off, not tipped me off, not ticked me off. I was not pissed off, but tipped me off was that he was like the fact he was wearing headphones on stage, like pure headphones, like no like hiding anything. You know, like it was headphones,
Right.
big headphones.
But he's done that before. That's not a new thing.
Oh, okay.
He's done. I think he did that at his last performance.
Okay.
Or big headphones, which
I mean, yeah, maybe it was going through a tough time, but again, you know, make a public statement. You know,
yeah,
say
or have
something
your
about
team
it.
say something at least. I don't know.
Anything?
It just seems. Right now he looks like a dick,
Yeah,
and that's all we can look at is on surface value. He looks like a dick for doing this. Now maybe by the time this episode comes out, something will have changed.
and that's
Because he's supposed to headline again this weekend.
oh really?
Because there's 2 weekends in Coachella.
So maybe the next weekend, maybe this. Was
I don't know if
just a
you're flying
warm-up
out
him.
for the next
yeah,
one.
I am.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that like I don't know. People were saying, I kind of agree with them, that it's like if I was Coachella at this point, I would just be like, don't come back next week. We'll get somebody else to headline.
Yeah,
Like if you're gonna act like that, because apparently like he also like told Coachella to not like mention him in any of their like social media posts anymore or something like that. I heard. I haven't looked into that specifically, but that's what I've heard as well. So it just sounds like a big like fuck you to
well,
the
yeah, because
fans
they
and
deleted like
everybody.
every single tweet that contained
Right.
Frank Ocean.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that is true then.
I did see that. Yeah.
So I
That
would
is-
I would just kick him off and be like, we're gonna get somebody else to headline at this point because it's just stupid. Like, it's so
And
dumb.
There's also, I think Tyler the Creator has come out and said something about it, but like listeners since the COVID concert goers since the COVID pandemic are a little bit different than they were pre-pandemic, and that they more demand something from the artist. So it could be, that there's just like an overreaction to it too, but
I think people would have been stoked if
people-
he just
yeah.
came out there on a plain stage and
just
performed his
yeah,
songs.
Yeah.
Even if he was
But-
like a couple minutes late,
Yeah.
people wouldn't have cared. And like,
But the thing is that like they can kind of do whatever they want.
right, of course.
So
Exactly.
it's not it's not up to the fans to decide what he wants to do.
Right, but there's hundreds
So-
of thousands of fans out
Yeah,
there who
that's
paid a
true.
lot of money to specifically come see you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to come out there and just be
Well,
a
and then
dick,
that's also like the NBA thought process is that it's like
yeah.
people probably spent hundreds of dollars to go see you.
Right.
Just you
that's-
play.
Yeah. That's the thought process with a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like any kind of performing. It's
Yeah.
like, you do owe it to your fans. Now you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, once you're there, but they're there to
Right.
see you.
Right. But they're there for you and you better go do that
Right.
because you do have an obligation.
Right. As an artist to perform.
Exactly. I mean, that's the way I think about it whenever I perform all my shows
Right.
that I've done.
Right. But I mean, it's just interesting.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating.
Weird.
That all this shit happened so quickly too,
Yeah.
like within a day.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, whenever I woke up Sunday at like fucking 3:00 or whatever, it was crazy. It was like all this shit already come out, and I'm
Right.
like, wow, all right, this looks like awful.
Yeah.
And it just kept coming, and I'm like, wow, this is not good.
Right. Yeah, it just dumb. And then Justin Bieber was like, "That was amazing." And it's like, what are you talking about?
He was as
So
high as
weird.
I was that weekend.
Right, man. Well, that's what you were texting me. Like,
Yeah.
this Frank Water set is just the
Frank Orange
bomb.
Mountain, he's just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, I'm happy for you, buddy. I'm glad you got to go see your favorite artist.
Shadow Wizard Buddy Gang. We love casting spells.
I was thinking the same thing. Hey, you know what else I was thinking? Why don't we jump
Sorry, I
in?
know we're going long.
Oh, you're fine. No, it's not that long. We're almost gonna hit an hour right now, which is good. Let's jump into what's funny.
The next story.
Oh, wait. What was the thing you were supposed to bring up?
Oh yeah. So I wanted to
Just
briefly
remember that.
touch on this, but you had maybe heard about the FBI leak or the leak of government documents.
Nope,
on
don't know
Discord.
anything about it. Yeah, no, I know what you're
There was a leak of documents on Discord that had
Mhm.
happened over a course of months, and this guy was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm for real." Like, and they're like, "Okay." He's like, "Take me more seriously, or I'm deleting the documents." And so he started sending pictures of the actual documents. So, this was I think it was also an Air National Guardsman. But anyway, so there's also this one. There's a new one. Just happened yesterday actually.
'Cause-
A rent to hitman site nabbed an Air National Guardsman who was quote unquote excited to kill. So this happened. So anyway, so U.S. authorities say a 21-year-old Air National Guardsman. Again, these are both really young people.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I think the other guy was 20. This guy's 21.
I don't know anything about the other guys, so we'll have to circle back once
Yeah.
you finish this
But
one up.
basically, the guy who was on the Discord was the one who leaked the documents, whatever.
And it was just about like how much the U.S. loves Ukraine or something like that. Do you?
Yeah,
tell me?
basically, it's like, and also some of it was also maybe containing spy names, like
Okay.
who was the intelligence people, and like also showed how far U.S. intelligence knows about Russia information.
And
like-
this was a guy like involved in the.
No, this was a guy who was basically like an IT person at a Navy base.
Oh.
So that's the concerning part. Is that I was like, this guy was here to like cyber security. He was there for like cybersecurity reasons, and he was there to like protect the Navy from cybersecurity attacks.
Right.
So he had an access to these secret documents
Mm.
and was leaking them over time,
Right.
just to like show off how cool he was, basically.
Right.
And then it got out to like a Minecraft server. It got out to a YouTuber server. Then it got to 4chan. Then it got out like way out.
Right.
It got to Twitter eventually. It was pretty bad. So that happened. He's arrested, facing like 10 years in prison or something like that.
Good.
So there's this one that happened in Tennessee. Anyway, this is crazy.
know
So
nothing about
U.S.
this.
authorities say a 21-year-old Air National Guardsman applied for hitman work on the satirical renttahitman.com website and later agreed to kill a fictional person in exchange for $5,000. Tennessee man Josiah Ernesto Garcia was arrested and charged with use of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire, U.S. Attorney Henry Levinas announced Friday. Garcia submitted an employment inquiry indicating that he was interested in obtaining employment as a hitman on this fake website it's satirical. It's not real. Garcia followed up on this initial request and submitted other identification documents and a resume indicating he was an expert marksman and employed in the Air National Guard since July 2021. Garcia's resume allegedly said his nickname was Reaper, was earned from military experience and marksmanship. The resume said he was recognized as an expert marksman for quote unquote not missing a single bullseye on all the targets and for shooting expert with 2 or more weapons, according to the FBI. The criminal complaint filed Thursday is based on an affidavit by FBI Special Agent Stephen Hunter, who described Garcia making a series of inquiries. This guy was very serious about
On the
this.
same satirical website?
Yeah, on the same website, to the same Rent to Hitman site, speaking to an undercover agent via phone and in person, and continuing to seek hitman work despite being warned of the risks multiple times.
So he was an idiot.
Yes, he wanted to be a hitman. He told an undercover agent that he would be comfortable torturing victims and taking trophies such as fingers or ears, that he owned an AR-15 rifle, and that he accepted an envelope with $2,500 in cash as down payment for killing the fictional client's abusive husband. After agreeing to the terms of the murder agreement, Garcia asked the agent if he needed to provide a photograph of the dead body. So,
Jesus Christ.
and he has a Facebook post showing off his AR-15, of course.
Oh yeah. Of course. So he's obviously been arrested.
The FBI affidavit says that after Garcia was arrested and waived his Miranda rights, so he had the right to remain silent.
Mhm,
He
but
waived
didn't.
those
Of course.
because he's a really smart guy.
Yeah.
He told agents that he changed his mind and was planning to return the $2,500 down payment. And he allegedly told agents that he was looking for work because he needed money and his family could not afford rent. And that a coworker at the Air National Guard suggested that he look for contract mercenary jobs. So Garcia searched that term online and came across the rentahitman.com website.
What's a contract merc? Oh, it's
Yeah,
just like a
hitman.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's like the official name of it.
Right.
And Garcia was living at his parents' house and said he was working 1 weekend per month in the Air National Guard. Authorities say they seized an AR-style rifle in his bedroom. The criminal charge could put Garcia in prison for up to 10 years if he's convicted. Yeah. So this Rent to Hitman site has gotten like resumes before, but this guy kept asking them about it. So I thought that was an interesting thing that 2 stories have hit the national media about the Air National Guard.
Right. Yeah.
In like a week. So
that's crazy. I didn't know anything about. I mean, I knew the first one happened, but I didn't know the full story on it, and I did not know about the second one.
And so this is the funny thing is that basically it's got a long history of catching people with murder on their minds, I guess. Okay,
Sure.
It's been around since 2005. It was, he bought the URL in 2005 for a potential tech company that he never ended up starting. It was a .com era, and it was a business school in North Carolina, blah, blah, blah. He held on the website despite not really using it, and in 2010, he noticed a message from a woman named Helen who reportedly wanted 3 family members in the UK murdered for screwing her out of her father's inheritance. And he didn't respond, but she sent a second email that included names, addresses, and other corroborating information.
Jesus Christ.
So the website owner turned her in, leading to her arrest. So he turned the website into an elaborate satire with a service request form for those seeking a hitman and a career inquiry page for those seeking work as a Rent a Hitman field operative. The site is filled with statements that clearly indicate it's all a joke. This is from the website. Quote, due to contractual restrictions, Rent a Hitman is no longer affiliated with the National Guard, Diners Club, Kanye West, the Illuminati, Rudolph Giuliani, Alec Baldwin, Kyle Rittenhouse, or Carol Baskin, the
Jesus
career page
Christ.
says. The website offers a special discount packages to groups, senior citizens, and Air National Guardsmen. It claims to be 100% compliant with HIPAA, the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act of 1964.
Of course.
For those who scroll down far enough, website visitors are informed that any messages they send are property of the RAH, which is, Rent a Hitman, and are subject to print, multimedia, and all other uses, both public and private. So this guy, if he had read it at any of the website, probably should not have submitted a resume.
No, obviously. It's
But
obviously a joke.
theoretically, so this guy, interesting. So this is a long article that goes way more in depth.
I'm going to have to look into that website.
Yeah. On Ars Technica. It's actually crazy.
That's
So
nuts.
forgot to put that in there, but I saw that
Yeah, that's
today,
nutty.
and I
I'm
was
glad
like,
you
that's
brought that
actually
up.
crazy. So
It's a crazy world out there, Gavin.
keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. And what we're going to keep doing is moving on to the next door drama of the week, folks. If you don't know what Next Door Drama is, there is a website, there's a blog posting app. It's also an application on your iPhone, Android, I'm sure, where it's a blog posting website for your neighborhood, which is a certain mile radius around where you live. And those people can post things about like, does anybody know where I can get my lawn trimmed or someone I can hire to trim my lawn? And then Frank Orange Mouse responds. And it's just for people to do that. And so what we do every week, because there's a lot of crazy shit on there and there's a lot of comments per post, is we take a post, we take the comments, we script it out, we reenact it in a dramatic way as a dramatic reading, like we're doing a table read before we film The Empire Strikes Back or whatever film. And this week, the Next Door Drama is titled, I Just Can't Do It. And it's pretty short, so we're going to jump right into it with hitting the Next Door Drama intro theme song. This week on Next Door Drama. The Elm Street Taco Bell. Never again. I just can't do it. I rarely ever eat fast food to begin with, but it's been a long day, and I just wanted to do something easy. Taco Tuesday, right. Well, not from this place. I got a Mexican pizza and a few tacos, and I noticed there was an odd smell to the shell portion of the taco. I couldn't really recognize what that odd scent was. I took a bite of the meaty underside, and I was immediately filled with sadness and regret. The flavor of rancid oil was overwhelming. I opened up the pizza box, and the hideous smell was extremely pungent.
Huh?
Save your questions to the end. I suppose I could have went back and asked for a refund. But like I said, it's been a long day and I don't want to make the customer service workers unhappy. They were friendly. Microwave lasagna and some sliced tomatoes from Crystal's Market will do.
Tell the health inspector. I heard some really scary stuff about that place.
It's a good idea. I haven't yet done that and should. From what I'm hearing, it's not just this location with that rancid oil flavor on the fried items.
Do they still say, come on down to Taco Town after you order? That was the best when I was a newt. Lamau. Food fight! Again.
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot to say who our characters were. Gavin just did a wonderful job as Matt, who's a bona fide goober, and I was Rebecca, who's very upset.
She sure was.
I think we killed it. I just can't do it. Taco Tuesday? Right. What a fun one. Good, fun, short one.
I haven't had, we don't go to that. We don't go to that Taco Bell.
That one's always been kind of weird.
Yeah, it's hit or miss.
The
But
one
that's
on-
you could say the same for most Taco Bell.
You can say the same thing for any restaurant. At least she was considerate enough to be like,
Nah, I won't tell them.
yeah, like the.
I was
don't wanna
expecting
make the
like a comment that was like, oh, so you had food. So you had food all along anyway. You still decided to go for Taco Bell.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because she was like, I guess it's
Oh, you
lasagna
had
and-
food anyways.
Yeah, you had food anyways.
I didn't see any of those. I did see one that I couldn't fit into this that said, you ordered a pizza from Taco Bell. What'd you expect? It's like, fucking idiot. Shut up. But there were like millions of comments, of course, being like, I've had that problem there. I've never had that problem there. And then a lot of like, you should go to this Mexican restaurant. You should try out Fuzzies. And then someone was like,
you should call
been there, don't need to go. It's like, okay, it's just because you think that.
It's all the.
Yeah, exactly. No, literally, they all look like that too
Yeah.
in their pictures. They're all dense and a bit dim. But anyways, that's next door drama.
Isn't that just what a black hole is? Dense and a bit dim.
Yeah, I guess so. When you put it like that, that's pretty simple. Gavin, what you listen to each week, we recommend something we've been listening to. It's that simple, folks. We don't try and make it
fuck
complicated. We don't fuck around. We keep a tight fucking ship.
I've
And
said
we
it once.
like-
I'll say it again.
We like to share with you, the audience, and with each other, something we've been listening to, whether it's a song, an album, occasionally an artist. Gavin, this week, what is on your mind? What have you been jamming out?
So, I listened to my weekly Discover. I think that's what it's called on Discover Weekly. And
That's what you call it.
On Spotify, and they had for me a little treat.
Ooh,
So
did they?
first they had it. So like usually, whenever I think of Discover Weekly, I think of like new music. In my head, I'm like new music that just came out. Discover like is in new music. New music. But they actually showed me Jeff Buckley for one. I had never listened to Jeff Buckley before.
Rest in peace.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
Damn, I didn't know that.
right? Hold on. You can keep talking. I don't know. why I said
So the song I'm actually recommending is not.
oh
by
yeah,
Jeff
he's
Buckley.
dead.
Way long gone.
He died in a river, I think. Because who was the guy whose name was Jeff Beck? Died recently. Jeff Buckley died in 1997.
Wow, really? Wow.
And why can't I find? Yeah,
He
drowned.
Why do the good die young?
He drowned during a spontaneous evening swim, fully clothed in the Mississippi River.
Oh.
Oh, in Memphis.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, that's why they tell us not to swim in the Mississippi. I
Well,
guess.
I
Now
mean,
we
I
know.
could have told him that, but
Now we know.
I wasn't born in 1997.
Me neither.
I was just
So
thought.
this week I'm listening to "The Sex Tourist" by French Kicks. They kept.
Oh, I thought you were going to recommend Jeff Buckley.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I said that.
I was looking up how he died.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know he died. Yeah. Yeah. No, I got that. So I tried to listen to the whole album, but I was like, I just wasn't doing it for me. I couldn't recommend the
get
whole
that.
album, but I was like, this song stuck out to me, and I listened to it a few times because it just was very good. They are a band. They haven't released an album since 2008, so they were
What was the name of them again? I'm sorry.
French Kicks.
French Kicks.
They have 85,900 monthly listeners, so like not that many people listen to them, but it's interesting sound. I like it. It kind of reminds me of like the Beatles type, not like happy-go-lucky type stuff, but it's got like a good driving beat to it.
Nice.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of Spoon and stuff like that. It's all stuff I like. So
They're in that garage rock
yeah,
Strokes.
not stomp rock though.
Not
They're-
like kind of like the Strokes at all. Like that.
no,
that
not that
sound.
fast.
Okay.
Not that fast.
Slower.
Yeah, slower. So that's what I'm listening to this week.
Nice.
I'll have to listen back to it one more time just to make sure I recommend it. Right one, but I'm gonna keep that on there.
Okay.
I'm
He's putting
locking
his
it
foot
in.
down.
Yep.
I want to listen to that. I'm always down for new music, and I've never heard of them before. What a surprise this week for me.
God damn it.
Can you believe it? Another hardcore album. They just keep coming, folks. They just keep people.
They released
just,
their whole album?
They did on Friday, and that, of course, is a hardcore band that Gavin likes to an extent. Jesus Peace released their
As in like piece of the pie.
right. Released their I don't remember what maybe third album I want to say, but it's the first one in since 2018 I think, called So Unknown, and I'm recommending it because I do really like it. Of course, I love Jesus Peace, but I was telling Sean this too, your brother, who is also a hardcore fan, not as strongly as I am. He's more of just a casual listener.
He did listen to it, didn't I think?
Yeah, no, we were talking about it because he was like, it released, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, he's like, I haven't listened to the whole thing, and he was like, just listen to the top songs on it. And I was telling him that like, I've had a few chances to listen to it, but I haven't got like it's just been kind of like plain, and I haven't thought much about it.
Right.
Which is like, I kind of don't like when that happens because like when I really like an album, it takes me out of working out or it takes me out of what I'm doing. And it's not background noise. Like something makes me go, oh shit, that's a good ass song. And we were listening to it the other day when we were working out. And that was the first time where I was like, I was hearing specific songs and I was like, okay, this is really good. So I'm still not fully there with like I'm not going to name off specific songs just because I don't truly know what off of it I love. It's just a good album.
Yeah.
It's just a good hardcore album. So go listen to that if you just want a good jam and hardcore album. And I'm definitely going to be listening to it more. I think it's one of those that'll grow on me. So that's what I'm listening to. Grandpa's got to find his song.
I actually do.
Oh, man, you lost it already?
Well,
I have
it's
it, but
sitting
I
in
don't...
it's sitting in an unsaved thing, so like
Why is it sitting there? It needs to move. Let's just play an old episode for the outro.
that's on. Well, I used to be able to control it differently.
I need to add it to my soundboard because I have it, but I don't have it. I think it's on my hard drive. Fuck.
Sorry, give me just a minute.
Oh, jeez Louise, dude.
Oh jeez. Oh my gosh.
Well, folks, one thing I forgot to bring up this week, and I'm not going to bring it up, but maybe I will next week, and I can get you excited
That is not it.
about it is that Gavin had some stolen movie valor recently, and if you've been following my Twitter, you've seen that I tweeted it out. I called him out on falsifying.
Jesus, fuck, I can't find it.
On falsifying. What's the word I'm looking for? Falsifying movie references. And he didn't take.
I'm
so
not
well
really
to that.
falsifying them. I just haven't ever seen them.
I think that's stolen valor. If you haven't seen it, you can't see a movie and make a reference and say and act like because guess what? And we can get into this more next week. But if you're in a group of friends and you make a movie reference, what are those people gonna think?
I watched that movie,
Exactly.
and
Now
that's
you
what I
can't-
like. I like saying that.
I know you do.
I know the
Will.
references though. Was I wrong?
No, you weren't. Did you find the song?
No. Sorry about the quick delay there.
We're back.
We're back. Welcome back and goodbye to the viewers of the It Takes All Kinds podcast. Thank you for watching. Keep listening. Keep viewing. Keep liking. Keep reviewing. Keep starring it. Set it all aside. Listen to it every week. We'll be here listening. Well, actually, you'll be here listening to us.
Yeah.
We don't.
And we're playing the outro
And
song
we're playing
right now.
I am definitely playing it from my laptop. No other way of playing it.
All right, guys.
The
Carson?
vultures are waiting to pick your bones.